Greetings and welcome, people. Whoops, just ran over something in the road there. I hope that wasn't sharp. Managed to catch a break in the weather. Since I did the oil and filter change on my bike about 2.5 weeks ago, I haven't had a chance to get out and see how it's behaving. Initial feelings are quite good. I think it's running nice and smoothly. Doesn't seem to be clattering as much as it used to. We shall see. Go for a quick couple of laps around my local circuit and then get home in time for lunch, or tea and medals maybe, I don't know, and see whether there's any leaks, make sure that the levels are good. But I'm not getting any oil warning light, so I think I'm okay for the level. We'll see what it looks like. So let's go along here. Oh, International 60. And it is quite a windy day today, so it may be that I don't actually have to do the national speed limit. Oh, in fact I'm doing just over. Slow down. So it's quite a blowy day. We're just coming out of Storm Francis, I think it was. It's been blowing through here the last couple of days, and before that we had Storm Ellen, I think it was. So that was giving us a good blowing through and plenty of rain. I mean, those are the two main reasons why I haven't ridden the last week or so. So, well, and there's another police car in my video for my thumbnail. If I ever you may have noticed that on my thumbnails on my when I upload the videos to my channel. If at any time while I'm out riding I catch an emergency vehicle, be it ambulance, fire engine, police car, I'll use a clip of that as my thumbnail. Just making that my thing, as it were. Unless of course there's anything ever comes up that's more interesting. And let's face it, as far as my videos are concerned, paint on the wall drying after being painted would be much more interesting. So I thought while I'm out, just to let you know, I'm sort of checking out the oil and filter change. Seems to be running okay. It's not overheating, not getting your warning light, and also testing this wired microphone. If it works better than the Bluetooth, then I might find a way of living with it. So I think the Bluetooth does tend to drop out every now and again, and I can save the Bluetooth connection for sat-nav and phone calls. So we'll see how that goes. The other thing, while I'm out and about, I thought I'd have a little chat about is something else I saw on YouTube quite recently, and I can't remember when the actual event was, but a lot of you may be aware that NASA and other space agencies have systems and processes in place to monitor objects in space that are approaching the Earth. I can't remember if it's NEO or something like that, Near Earth Object Monitoring or something like that. And obviously these are meant to give us advance warning of any large asteroids that look like they may be on a collision course with Earth. And there was a video uploaded, I think it was last week. I'll find a link and I'll post the link in the description below, that said apparently they've just announced that an asteroid that they have given the index number of, I think it was 2020 QG. If it's not that, then it's the other way around, QG 2020. actually passed within 1,800 miles of Earth. 1,800 miles, less than 2,000 miles. So that's less than the distance across the Atlantic from the UK to East Coast America. They reckon this asteroid was, well, that being an American biased article, they said truck-sized. Now, I don't know what they mean by truck, because I think even to an American, truck can mean 2 or 3 different things. But they said it was somewhere between 10 and 20 feet across. Now, it's unlikely that if that had hit Earth, that it would have caused what they call an extinction level event, an ELE. It wouldn't have wiped out Earth, wouldn't have wiped out life on Earth, like the one that finished off the dinosaurs did. But obviously, it would have caused serious problems. Even if it had airburst. I mean, there's plenty of videos on the web of the meteor that airburst over Chelyabinsk. A few years ago, the damage that caused, shattered windows and damage just from the concussion of the explosion. And as I say, that was just an airburst, that wasn't striking the ground. So if something like that had entered our atmosphere and airburst, unless it had done so over the middle of the Pacific or the Atlantic Ocean, or over the middle of one of the other oceans, it probably would have caused an immense amount of damage. And depending on what it was made of, if it was a solid, homogeneous piece of rock, then it may very well have almost entirely reached the surface and struck, and that would have been very serious indeed. Now, the thing that was interesting about this report was that they didn't spot this asteroid until it had already gone past. It makes you wonder what your tax dollars are being used for, doesn't it? They've got all this billions and billions of dollars worth of monitoring equipment, and they don't see a seriously sized piece of space rock until it's actually already gone past. But then space is absolutely vast, and by comparison these rocks are minuscule. It's like basically finding a particular grain of sand on a beach. Now, that's not the point of my comment I'm making. My point is, obviously the idea of these monitoring systems is to be able to let, if not all people, then certainly the relevant people, i.e. the self-styled important people, know something bad is about to happen, so they can get either emergency measures in place, or if it's going to be that big, they can just head for their underground bunkers and hope they make it out through the other side. But obviously for the rest of us, unless we happen to be what's commonly termed as preppers, who may very well have underground bunkers that we can retreat to, then basically it's, you know, as if you use Douglas Adams' terminology, goodbye and thanks for all the fish. You know, I'm okay, I'm alright Jack, you can hold your own ladder. And that's essentially the point I'm trying to get to, is in the event of something like that happening, and there was very little prospect of the vast majority of people surviving, would you all want to know about it? Would you want to spend your last hours, potentially, you know, could be hours, could be minutes, you never know. I mean, I know what I'd like to spend my last time on Earth doing, but after 30 seconds, what would I do with the rest of the time? Boom, boom. So, as I say, if there was no chance of survival, would there be any point in letting everybody on the planet know? It'd be like, hey guys and girls, we've got a big announcement, we're all going to die. What would that achieve? Do you think it's worthwhile? I know that people always say, well, everybody has a right to know. People, mainly the media say, oh, the people have a right to know, usually when they want to spread salacious gossip that they've just made up about someone. You can probably tell that I don't have a very high regard for the media. Even though effectively I'm participating in the media right now. I mean, the other side could be argued, yes, you should let people know so that they can prepare themselves for the end in whatever way they see fit. Either make their peace with God, make their peace with a family relative that they've been estranged from for many decades. Yes, I mean, that's basically the plot line of Knowing, the Nick Cage film, which I actually quite like. I actually like that film. Not a big fan of Nick Cage per se, but Knowing, I think, is a pretty good film. And of course, in that particular film, it wasn't an asteroid or anything like that striking the Earth. It was a coronal mass ejection, a super flare from the sun that basically just vaporized the Earth. Or it didn't vaporize it, at least sterilized the surface so that all life was completely obliterated. I think, sort of letting people know or not was one of the moral dilemmas in that particular film, and I think it's in quite a few of these films like Deep Impact, Armageddon, there's a Sean Connery one, is it the Sky is on Fire, or Fire from the Sky, or something? Similar deal. Something big's going to hit the Earth. Not many people are going to survive. Do we tell everybody? Now, those people that have got bunkers and supplies and all that sort of stuff ready to go, they might say, yes, damn it, I want to go because I want to give myself every possible chance of coming out the other side. And other people might say, well, I don't want to spend my last hours terrified, seeing civilization finally breaking down. I mean, if you look what's happening in America at the moment, and also partly what's happening here in Europe, just over a couple of votes that people didn't like the outcome of. If that sort of thing's enough to get people absolutely flipping their SH, then what is the news that the world is about to end going to do? And does it make any difference if people do flip their SH and start rampaging and killing everybody, and because everybody's going to die within a few hours anyway? I mean, to me it just seemed like an interesting point. I think from my point of view, yes, there are a lot of things that people do have the right to know about, but do they not also have the right to spend their last few hours of life just enjoying their last few hours of life in, I suppose the term is blissful ignorance? Oh yeah, one other thing is this coming Sunday I'm hoping to attend a meetup, not of my subscribers, basically any subscribers that wouldn't be able to make a meetup with me. We could probably hold a meetup in a phone box. But no, although I don't do Facebook anymore, I'm still a member of the Triumph Trophy Facebook group, because my bike is a Triumph Trophy. Oh, and there's some horrible smudge on the tank there. Oh, let's clean that off when I get home. Obviously the group is still going, even though I'm no longer active in it. I'm still a member of it and I still get notifications. And I got a notification through the other day that they're actually having a what do they call it? well, I suppose just to get together. They're all meeting at a member's place in East Sussex, which is a few miles in that direction. I think they're going to be camping. I've managed to contact one of the members of the group, although I don't do Facebook. I still had his phone number on my mobile, so I texted him and got the location of the meetup. And I'm going to go over there hopefully Sunday morning and just say hello to everybody and catch up and see how they're all doing. And the group does seem to be doing well. It's new members arriving. I get the notifications that people have joined, and thankfully the popularity of the Triumph Trophy, the older Triumph Trophies, is still out there. They seem to be basically coming out of the woodwork. If you look on eBay, there's loads of Triumph Trophies. Not so many of this model, the Mark 1, more of the twin headlight version, the Mark 2. Still a good bike, but I prefer the look of this one. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to get over there and have a chat, and maybe on the way there, or maybe on the way back, I don't know, I'll do a little vlog. Won't that be absolutely spiffing? Yes, I thought you'd think that. So I'm going to leave it there now. So thanks very much for stopping by and taking a look. Hope you're all keeping well, keeping sane, keeping occupied, and keeping safe. Whether you're at home, at work, or out on the bike, take care, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Cheerio for now. Bye.